Israel-Palestine conflict has been happening for many years. It was recently on 7th of October 2023 when Hamas, a religious militant group belonging to the Gaza Strip area, attacked Israel. It attacked Israel and it was a surprise attack, and the day was 7th October 2023, and in retaliation Israel launched a massive airstrike on the Gaza Strip. Because of this, there have been huge humanitarian crisis in this particular area. The whole area was affected severely that United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that it is man-made crisis, and the situation has become so bad and worst that IPC in its report claimed and it formally said that this particular area, this area of Gaza Strip is going through worst famine, and this is the first ever famine of the Middle East area. So why is this conflict happening? इतने सालों से, इतने टाइम से ये लड़ाई चली आ रही है और क्या इसका कोई भी सल्यूशन नहीं निकला, या फिर सल्यूशन निकला लेकिन कोई भी पार्टी इसके लिए रेडी नहीं थी. आखिर ये पूरा मुद्दा क्या है? नाउ आई एम ब्रिंगिंग यू अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मैटर, दिस पर्टिकुलर सिटी. द सिटी इज कॉल्ड एज जेरूसलम. ये सिटी ही आखिर इस लड़ाई का रीजन बनी. दिस सिटी इज द मोस्ट कंटेस्टेड सिटी इन द वर्ल्ड. वाई एम आई सेइंग दिस? मैं ऐसा क्यों कह रही हूं कि ये सिटी जो है ये मोस्ट कंटेस्टेड सिटी है पूरी दुनिया में, और जेरूसलम ही वो शहर है जहां से द होल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ओरिजिनेटेड. सो हेलो एवरीवन, welcome to the YouTube platform of Next IAS. Today we are going to talk about a very important issue, that why Jerusalem remains the most contested city in the world. Just imagine a city where every stone is sacred, where religion, identity and politics collide and peace itself becomes controversial. That city is the city of Jerusalem. मैं ऐसा क्यों कह रही हूँ? To understand this and to understand the whole story behind this Israel-Palestine conflict, हमें इसके बैकग्राउंड में जाना होगा, और इसके बैकग्राउंड में जाने के लिए हमको इसको अलग अलग डायमेंशन से समझना पड़ेगा. लाइक इट्स पॉलिटिकल डायमेंशंस, इट्स रिलीजियस डायमेंशंस, इट्स स्ट्रैटेजिक डायमेंशंस एंड जियोपॉलिटिकल stories that are built on this particular location. So understand it. First of all, I would like to talk about this particular city, why it is important. First is the religion. 3 different religion of the world यहाँ पे conflict में आते हैं, are conflicted in the city of Jerusalem. कैसे? First is Jews, okay. Second is Christianity. Third is Islam. How? Let me tell you. Jewish religion, जिसको कि हम Zionist religion भी कहते हैं, it is called as one of the most oldest religions of the world. लगभग इसकी उम्र is 4000 years old. Okay? Old. One of the most oldest religion of the world. और जितने भी ancient Jewish temples हैं, they all are located in the city of Jerusalem. And जो Hebrew Bible है, जो कि sacred book जो Jewish की मानी जाती है, that also is said to have originated in Jerusalem. So from that point of view, Jews के लिए ये city बहुत ही sacred हो जाती है. Coming on to the next, Islam. You know which is the holiest city for Muslims in the entire world? That is Makkah. अगर मैं यहाँ पे वर्ल्ड मैप की बात करूँ तो आप देखो शॉर्ट में बना रही हूँ, इसको थोड़ा सा समझना. देखो, ये एरिया है मक्का, ये एरिया है मदीना, और जो थर्ड एरिया है वो है जेरूसलम. मतलब कि for Islam, in Islam and for Muslims, Muslims consider Jerusalem as the third holiest city in the entire world because they believe that Prophet Muhammad departed to heaven from Jerusalem. Now third is Christianity. It is believed that Jesus Christ was crucified and resurrected इन जेरूसलम. यहाँ पे एक शहर है, देखना, बेथलेहम. एक गाना सुना होगा क्रिसमस में, क्रिसमस अभी है भी, था भी, तो बेथलेहम में यीशु जन्मा, है ना. तो यानी कि बेथलेहम ही वो शहर है जहाँ पे कि जीसस क्राइस्ट का जन्म हुआ था. लेकिन जीसस क्राइस्ट को क्रूसीफाई कहाँ किया गया था? इट वॉज द सिटी ऑफ जेरूसलम. सिंस दीज थ्री सिटी क्लेम देमसेल्फ at this particular location, इसीलिए Jerusalem becomes the one of the most contested and important cities in the entire world. Now, second reason is its ancient history and its political structure. If I talk about the political structure, then there has been many empires ruling the city of Jerusalem. But it was only during the time or the time period of the Ottoman Empire that Jerusalem remained stable for centuries. But there came a turning point. You know, please write in comment, when do you say that there was fall of Ottoman Turks? Batao. So now, I will deal with it. See, it was during 20th century, okay, when First World War happened, and the year was 1914 to 1918. During this time, Britishers released a declaration which is known as Balfour Declaration. As per Balfour Declaration, Britishers promised and Britishers said that the city of Jerusalem belongs to Jews. And now simultaneously they also promised the same area and land to the Arabs. And this was the beginning of the conflict between the Arabs and the Jews. Now the Arabs and Jews came in direct confrontation with each other. Now proceeding forward, abhi dekhna now what happens. It was in 1945 when United Nations in the month of October was formed. United Nations was formed at the end of the Second World War. Why? To ensure that never ever in future any such war occurs. So in 1945 UN was formed and UN tried to resolve this Arab means Muslim and Jews conflict. In order to do this, in 1947 UN released a partition plan. And this partition plan is also known by Resolution 181. According to this partition plan, UN said that both Israeli and Palestinian means Jews and Muslims will live together in the same land area simultaneously, happily, and negotiations will be, the land would be divided between both of them. And what about Jerusalem? Then Jerusalem will be recognized as an international capital. This was the capital. This is known as UN partition plan, which is also known by the name of two-state solution. Now, what happened? Did Israel accept to this two-state solution? Yes. Israel said, okay, we agree to this two-state solution. But what about Arabs? What about Palestinians? So they said, no, we do not agree to your two-state solution. Why? Why? Why you do not agree to this? So they gave the reason saying that Israelis are just 1/3 of the complete population. पूरी आबादी 1/3 है. और despite having less population, you are providing them 55% of the land area. How could you do that? No, we are not going to agree to this. So this led to escalation of the conflict. अब ये जो conflict की जो escalation होती है, इस वजह से there comes huge problem. There erupts n number of problem. कैसे? 1947 में UN partition plan gets rejected, है ना? 1947 में जब ये पार्टीशन प्लान रिजेक्ट होता है, तो उसके बाद 1948 में इजराइल और अरब का वॉर हो जाता है. जब ये लड़ाई करते हैं एक दूसरे से, इजराइल अरब जब लड़ते हैं एक दूसरे से, तो एज अ रिजल्ट टू दिस इजराइल occupies West Jerusalem, okay, and East Jerusalem goes to Jordan. Okay, it was captured by Jordan. So half of the Jerusalem, the west part of the Jerusalem is occupied by Israel, and the eastern Jerusalem goes to Jordan. Now coming on to the year 1964. It was the time when a secular political organization was formed by a group of people for the independence of Palestine, and this was known as PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization. 1964 में बना, ठीक है. And the sole agenda was कि democratic setup रखेंगे, secularism को follow करेंगे, and we will have negotiation with Israel regarding our rights. Okay. Now, after this, 1967 was the time when on 5th to 10th June, 5 से 10 जून के बीच में an upheaval came. Why am I calling it an upheaval? Because this time period is known as 6 days war. 6 days war. During this time, this was a decisive battle or a decisive war happened between Israel and Jordan mainly. And during this time, Israel finally captured East Jerusalem from, yes, Jordan. And finally, Israel declared Jerusalem as Israel's अनडिवाइडेड कैपिटल. ईस्ट भी मिला लिया, वेस्ट भी ले लिया, मिला करके बोला ये मेरा अनडिवाइडेड कैपिटल है, अब इसको लेकर के दिखाओ. बट इट वॉज नॉट रिकग्नाइज्ड बाय एनी अदर कंट्री. इजराइल क्लेम्ड इट एज एन अनडिवाइडेड कैपिटल. अब क्या होगा? अब होता है आगे, अभी देखो. इसी के बाद 1967 के बाद, यू सी द क्रोनोलॉजी. आफ्टर 1967 happens 1973. 1973 को 7th October, not exactly 7th, 6th October to 25th के तक ये चीज चलती है. From 6th to 25th October there happened a war which is also known as Yom Kippur War. Yom Kippur War. This war happened during the time of holy Islamic festival known as Ramadan. So in this war, this was again a surprise attack. Again a surprise attack from Syria. Again a surprise attack from Syria, from Egypt, from Syria, from Egypt, and also from Jordan on Israel. Israel was not ready for it. तभी आपके यूपीएससी के लिए भी ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, प्रीलिम्स के लिए, कि आखिर योम किपुर वॉर जो है, व्हाई इट इज बीइंग लिंक्ड टू द रीसेंट हमास अटैक ऑन इजराइल. क्यों उसको लिंक किया जाता है? इसीलिए क्योंकि ये भी एक जो है वो क्या है, ये भी एक सरप्राइज अटैक है. एंड द अटैक दैट वाज मेड बाय हमास रिसेंटली, इट वाज आल्सो अ सरप्राइज अटैक. तो दोनों में इंटरलिंकिंग तो लोग कर रहे हैं एंड इट इज ट्रू ऑल्सो, राइट. सो आफ्टर दिस व्हाट हैपेंड, जब ये रमादान के दिन व्हेन दिस अटैक हैपेंड, नाउ इन रिटेलिएशन हु वॉन एंड व्हाट डिड इजराइल डू? In retaliation, Israel now captured this particular region from Syria. Golan Heights को कैप्चर कर लिया. Israel also took Sinai Peninsular. Sinai Peninsular ले लिया किससे? इजिप्ट से. बोला दो भाई, बहुत हो गया तुम्हारा. Now I want Sinai Peninsula. I want Golan Heights, and nobody can take it away from me. So this happened. Now a lot of negotiation happened. बहुत साल बीते, and finally it was in the year 1978 when a negotiation or a accord happened, which is known as Camp Davis Accord. Camp Davis Accord. And as per this accord, finally Israel agreed to return Sinai Peninsula to Egypt, but in a phased manner. धीरे धीरे हम तुम्हें वापस तुम्हारी सिनाई पेनिनसुलर देंगे. और फाइनली 1982 में Egypt returned Sinai Peninsula to, Israel returned Sinai Peninsula to Egypt. What about Golan Heights that it took in 1973 Yom Kippur War? It said no, I'm not going to return. That's still Israel is occupying Golan Heights. Okay, so it was 1978. Now a militant religious group. You see, what is the difference between Palestinian Liberation Organization and Hamas? बहुत बड़ा अंतर है, समझना. PLO जो है वो 1964 में बना था, और PLO एक टेबल नेगोशिएशन में, पीसफुल नेगोशिएशन में बिलीव करता है, और PLO का कहना है कि हमें तुम ईस्ट जेरूसलम दे दो. ठीक है, समझना. और ये जो PLO के जो हैं, दे ऑल लिव इन द एरिया ऑफ वेस्ट बैंक. Okay, it is still militarily occupied by Israel, but then they also live there. But this militant group 1987 में जो फॉर्म हुई, this militant group is known as Hamas. It does not believe in having only East Jerusalem. Rather, it says कि यहाँ पे एक मॉस्क है जेरूसलम में, और उस मॉस्क का नाम है, एक मॉस्क है जिसका नाम है अल अक्सा. और ये मॉस्क जो है ये बहुत ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है हम लोगों के लिए. फॉर मुस्लिम्स दिस मॉस्क इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड वी वांट टू क्लेम द एंटायर जेरूसलम, नॉट जस्ट पार्ट ऑफ ईस्ट जेरूसलम. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रीजन हमास always says that we want the entire area, and they are militant group. They are not even recognized as a negotiating partner between Israel and Palestinian rights. Even United Nations or European Union have declared Hamas as a terrorist organization. 87 Hamas was formed with an extremist ideology. Okay, after this अभी देखो 1993 to 1995 Palestinian Liberation Organization and Israel में के बीच में there was a accord which was signed, which was known as Oslo Accord. Why Oslo Accord? Because Oslo is the capital of Norway, and this negotiation happened in Norway because it was facilitated by Norway. That is why it is known as Oslo Accord. Also, this Oslo Accord was mediated by USA. Okay, so as per this Oslo Accord, finally Palestinian Liberation Organization gave recognition to the existence of Israel, and in return Israel gave recognition to PLO, saying that it is the main negotiating partner when it comes about the rights of Palestinians, not Hamas, PLO. So since then United States has given recognition to PLO, the European Union gives recognition to PLO, but they do not give recognition to Hamas. They say that Hamas is a terrorist organization. Now 1996 PLO इलेक्शन होती है एंड फाइनली यासिर आराफात कम्स इनटू पावर, ठीक है, वो लीडर हो जाते हैं। और हमास भी इलेक्शंस को कंटेस्ट करती है 2006 में, और फाइनली 2007 में डेमोक्रेटिक इलेक्शन में हमास भी जीतती है। हमास इज रूलिंग द एरिया ऑफ गाजा स्ट्रिप सिंस देन एंड दिस PLO इज रिसाइडिंग इन द वेस्ट बैंक एरिया। और वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट चला आ रहा है बिकॉज हमास क्लेम्स द इंटायर जेरूसलम एंड द अराउंड एरियाज, बट Israel is not at all ready to give this to Hamas, right? So this conflict is going on since then. After that, it was in 2017 when a massive thing happened. USA recognized Jerusalem. USA recognized Jerusalem as an undivided capital of Israel. It was a massive thing because again it escalated violence in the entire region and also conflict in the entire country and the world, because USA gave recognition to Israel. We know that USA and Israel are good friends, okay? They are having cordial relation. Now what about India? You tell me. India is having good friends or good relations with Israel. Simultaneously, India is having good relations with USA also. Then what about India? Does India also believes in this, or has India also recognized Jerusalem as an undivided capital of Israel? No. A big no. India's stand is very, very clear. India follows a policy known as dehyphenation policy, very clear. India का कहना है, you understand what is dehyphenation policy, very important from your preliminary and mains point of view. India says that this is country 1 and this is country B, okay? A and B दो देश है. This country is in conflict with each other, no good relation. Now what about India? Now India is in proximity, or India shares a good relation with country A. Does it mean that India will share bad relation or India will share no relation with country B because India share good relation with country A? So it is its moral duty कि तुम्हारा दुश्मन will also be my enemy? No. India says that no matter what relationship these both countries share with each other, my relationship A will not be affected by the relationship that I share with B. और इसी को इंडिया ने इजराइल के केस में अडॉप्ट किया है. आपने सुना होगा रिसेंटली आवर ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी जी, ही विजिटेड पैलेस्टीन एंड ही स्पोक अबाउट द राइट्स ऑफ पैलेस्टीन. ही सेड दैट ईस्ट जेरूसलम शुड बी गिवन रिकग्निशन एज अ कैपिटल टू द पैलेस्टीन. ओके, नाउ यू सी व्हाट हैपेंड, आई विल टेल यू. फाइनली इंडिया का स्टैंड क्या है व्हेन इट कम्स टू इजराइल? तो इंडिया मेंटेन्स अ वेरी गुड एंड अ वेरी हेल्दी रिलेशनशिप विद इजराइल. बहुत अच्छे रिश्ते हैं. आपने सुना होगा कि बराक मिसाइल भारत ने लिया इजराइल से. ऑल्सो यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट द desalinization plant technology India took from Israel. But India says that Israel should recognize East Jerusalem as the capital of Palestine, and both these countries, Israel and Palestine, should solve their conflict through negotiation, and India believes in the टू स्टेट सोल्यूशन. यानी कि जो यूएन की जो रेजोल्यूशन प्लान है उसको इंडिया बिलीव करती है. ओके, इंडिया कहती है कि ये दोनों कंट्री का, इंडिया स्टैंड्स हैज बीन वेरी स्ट्रैटेजिक एंड वेरी कंसिस्टेंट एंड वेरी परसिस्टेंट एंड क्लियर. इंडिया कहती है कि यूएन पार्टीशन प्लान को अबाइड करो, टू स्टेट सोल्यूशन, टू स्टेट नेशन बननी चाहिए, एंड जेरूसलम शुड बी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड एज अ कैपिटल टू पैलेस्टीन. Israel and Palestine, they should decide about their future. No other countries or no other organizations intervention should be there, or the decision should not be affected by any other country's point of view. So this is the stance of India. So now what is important for you, you please understand, this particular location is very very important for you. You see, ये आप देख लेना, ठीक है, ये this is Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so countries bordering Mediterranean Sea, Egypt, you see this Gaza Strip area is also bordered by Mediterranean Sea. यहाँ पे हो गया आपका इजराइल, इधर एक है आपकी Sea of Galilee. This is a big freshwater lake existing between Israel and the Golan Heights occupied territory of Syria. ठीक है, इजराइल बॉर्डरिंग कंट्रीज देख लेना कि इजराइल से कौन कौन सी कंट्री बॉर्डर करती है, ठीक है. नाउ दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यू सी डेड सी. डेड सी को डेड क्यों कहा जाता है? डेड सी को डेड इसीलिए कहा जाता है बिकॉज नो एक्वेटिक स्पीशीज कैन थ्राइव इन this particular lake. Why? Because its density, okay, its salinity of Dead Sea is very high. And what is the salinity? Dead Sea की salinity है 342 parts per million. आपने आर्किमिडीज प्रिंसिपल फिजिक्स में पढ़ा होगा. आर्किमिडीज प्रिंसिपल क्या कहती है? फ्लोटेशन की प्रिंसिपल, मतलब किसी भी चीज की अगर लिक्विड की डेंसिटी अगर लिक्विड की ज्यादा है एज कंपेयर टू द ऑब्जेक्ट तो क्या होगा? चीज फ्लोट करेगा. ओके, द ऑब्जेक्ट विल फ्लोट. लेकिन अगर लिक्विड की डेंसिटी अगर कम है एज कंपेयर टू द ऑब्जेक्ट तो द ऑब्जेक्ट विल सिंक. सो डेंसिटी इसकी बहुत हाई है, इसीलिए बॉडी जो है यहाँ ऑब्जेक्ट जो है वो क्या करती है? फ्लोट करती है. एंड बिकॉज सैलिनिटी हाई है तो कोई भी एक्वेटिक स्पीशीज लिव नहीं कर सकती, इसीलिए उसको डेड सी कहते हैं, डेड इन नेचर. डेड सी की बॉर्डरिंग कंट्रीज जरूर देख लेना, ठीक है. सी ऑफ गैली इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. गाजा स्ट्रिप कहाँ है ये देखना, जेरूसलम, वेस्ट बैंक, जॉर्डन. जॉर्डन और जॉर्डन से बॉर्डरिंग कंट्रीज कौन कौन सी है ये देख लेना. सो ओवरऑल दिस मैप इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम योर एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. और जब आप बात करते हो मेंस की, तो मेंस में अगर इजराइल पैलेस्टीन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट देगा तो उसमें भी ये मैप आप रफ में बना सकते हो, जस्ट टू शो कि दिस इज द गाजा स्ट्रिप, ओके, दिस इज वेस्ट बैंक, दिस इज द एरिया ऑफ इजराइल. एंड हमने पूरी क्रोनोलॉजी कवर की है. अगर मैं आपसे बात करूं तो वी हैव ऑलमोस्ट कवर्ड द इंटायर क्रोनोलॉजी, सो इट शुड नॉट बी अ प्रॉब्लम टू यू. ओके, आपके लिए वो इजी मैं बना देती हूँ एक बार, बस फाइनली मैं क्रोनोलॉजी लिख दूँ बिकॉज वी ऑलरेडी हैव डन इट till I think 2017 recognition, 2021-22 India's recognition, and India's stance on the issue of Israel and Palestine. And after that I said कि it was on 2023 when finally फिर से एक बड़ा अटैक होता है. और ये अभी भी despite having many ceasefire violations अभी भी नेगोशिएशन नहीं हो पा रहा है. The things are yet not sorted. तो एक बार आप ध्यान दे देना. 1917 we talked about Balfour Declaration. Okay, 1945 we talked about United Nation creation. Okay, 1947 हमने बात करी UN partition plan जो कि क्या था? 2 state solution. Okay, after that 1948 Arab-Israel war sorry, 1964 creation of PLO. ओके, उसके बाद 1967 6 days war. 1978 Camp Davis Accord. ओके, 1987 creation of Hamas. ओके, 1993 to 95 Oslo Accord. 1996 election, PLO, Yasser Arafat coming into power. Okay, 2006 Hamas contested for elections. 2017 USA gave recognition to Jerusalem as the undivided capital of Israel. 2018 Indian Prime Minister Honorable Narendra Modi ji visited Palestine. Okay, 2021-22 India stand on Palestine and Israel issue. 2023 finally 7th October Hamas attack on Israel, and since then the conflict is going on. So I hope this topic is clear to you. If you have any doubt, kindly mention it in the comment section, and do please remember the max 1-2 questions that I have asked you during this discussion. Do please answer those, and thank you so much. I will see you soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.